Just hoping that my internet. Okay, hopefully now it's back. God damn it, as soon as I press to start talking, the stream disconnects. And probably cheats or something. God damn it. Okay, what's up, Basil? Oh, hey Free, what's up? It's funny, the whole pre-stream was fine, but as soon as I pressed to actually start, it died for a moment. Maybe it's a signal. I will see. Just open this. Now, it must seem a bit different from what I showed last time, but this is just something I've been testing on to see if I was able to emulate and the 3D board, because the demo I uploaded the other day was purely 2D. Now this technically it's still 2D, but it's just an inclined plane, which plays a bit like this. So it's just for visuals, but it does sell the effect. And actually this helps to show some small changes I've been doing off stream. First I want to give a special shine effect to the insert gun button to help indicate that you have to press it. Also some back and light to the numbers to create a broader effect of the LED numbers. And I was trying out some shadows to the board to sell the effect of fraying. But otherwise it's the same as usual. Actually, there was something else with the clickball lane. Let's see if I can send the ball in there. I just have a light indicator of when it's locked or not. But yeah, just some small changes, because I want to save most of the work for stream. So exactly what are we supposed to work on today? Let me open this. Let's hide this. Alright, so luckily I got some feedback from the demo that I uploaded, so today will be a 2-part stream. I could draw a straight line there. So we have the basic board and the RPG theme. So for the basic, I was told that the door overlays, the buttons that are grouped, when you press the flippers, you can actually toggle them, or at least rotate the states in which they are pressed or not. So I will try to add that functionality today. At least being able to have it on or off in case I don't want that functionality, but at least implementing it so it's there. Also, what else did I have written down? Alright. For the guardrails that protect you from actually losing the ball, we still haven't implemented will prevent it so that they only work you once. So the idea is that when it hits this rail, this will move down so that next time the ball will fall off. So that's another feature that we have to add today. And something else was that currently the ball doesn't have any sound effect when it's moving. So that's something I would like to add. Something like, say, depending on how fast the ball is rolling, is how loud will the sound be. That one I think will be a bit tricky to implement, but I'm sure we can make it work. And one other thing was to rework the spinner. Because currently it will always play an animation. Which isn't necessarily working well because sometimes it will play too slow. And that's not a good visual cue for the player that it actually hits. So instead I was making or reworking it so that the ball will give the spinner an impulse. And so it will, in a way, push it. But all it will do is affect the skew shader that will give the illusion that it's spinning. So hopefully that will improve the components. And actually this is good a lot for just the basic. Because for the RPG we still have to work on the whole flow of spawning an enemy, fighting it and defeating it. So I would say for the RPG we still have to do all the features. So yeah, we have plenty of things to do today. I guess that would be positive of this kind of projects. There's always something to work on. Right, so we have our plan, let's make it work. Now first on the list I guess will be the rollover. So you have to work both on the component itself and the manager. Because on their own, they are not aware that there might be other of these components. But the manager does, which will probably be best to have the logic of rotating the states here. For this one, I did want to add something new. Instead of just changing the color when it's on or off, I want to change the sprite so to give it a more of a glow effect. So I'll just drop the assets. And now let's see. Now here. So that means we have to save the vectors. Like this. So now we change this. Alright, also we need a reference to the sprite, so we can change it here. Now just a simple change should be enough. Maybe you can try that out now. I just need to be able to reach this area here. Man, I'm never able to reach that component, but today, there it is. It's not as right as I was hoping. Because you can barely tell a difference. Hold on. Okay, back to this. Maybe if the background was darker, it would be easier to see. Actually, I should add some yellow. Okay, then let's save this value. Oh, hey Will, what's up? So far they're going fine. As long as my internet survives long enough. Because I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I've been having issues the whole week that it will just cut off at least for a couple hours every single day, and it's been a huge test to my patience. I will not deny that some doors were hit a couple of days. But yeah, so far so good. So hopefully it stays like that the entire day. Okay, now that looks much better. Maybe we can keep it that. And actually should do the same for the target. It's already there. Maybe I should just borrow this code because it's actually quite the same. Okay, let's start with the visual improvement. And now this. Right, I guess first things first, we need to save a reference to the flipper so the manager can know when they're being pressed. I think save a reference for one to the left and another to the right, so we can change the direction that the values are rotated. I didn't give it its own class. And we do the same for the right one. Now here, maybe we should get a function here. But how do we name this? Because this function is supposed to rotate the values around. But there was a better word for this, I forgot already. Which word was it? I guess shift values. And the direction will be positive or negative. Now here. Maybe instead of affecting the components directly, we should save a reference to these 8 states. Actually, since we don't know how many there are, should we here? Now here comes the complicated part. We bring up the 8 again. Because basically what we're supposed to do is we have this array of values which can be 1 or zeros or 2 or false, and the idea is that we move this, we shift them one position to either the left or the right. So you have to move all of them like this. But the values on the borders, they wrap around the array in this direction or the other one. So I guess depending on if it's to the left or the right, we start at the end or not. I guess that will be a good approach. Actually, I'm not sure if the array class already has a function for that. Let's look that up. No, it doesn't. Hold on, actually, it might be easier instead of passing the values around, we could just delete this element and push it at the end. That's actually much easier. And the same the other way around. Actually, this is a much better approach. Okay, so not here, and where is it? Here. Okay, so shifting to left will be -1, which will be less than 0. So this will give us the first elements. Yeah. And we get it at the end, which effectively shifts the values to the left. And we do the opposite for the right. We get the last element. And we add it at the front. Okay, and once we have all of that, we should call a function to update the values of the actual components. And where is it? Right, because you also have to update this array when the rollover gets hit. I just realized that we don't have a way to control that. Maybe I should bind up here. I wonder if this will work. Let's see if this small change works. Actually, do I print it? Here, yeah. I'm getting this lucky now when I don't really need it. Okay, I think the index it's working. This will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, in that case, we grab its index and we change the state. Okay, just this small change should be enough to keep track of the states of each rollover. And here we have to force the change on all of the components. I'm not sure I should do something similar to this, because if we shift the values all the time, all of the noise might be too annoying. So maybe a force value function would be good here. And here we call force value to false. So yeah, I think that should be enough. So now here in manager, we call for each rollover. For the value that it's in the index. Which, how do I get the index again? Oh. Actually, maybe it should be easier like this. Okay, like this. Now we have the function, but we still we have nowhere to implement it. So for that, when we have the ready function, we will check if we have assigned flippers to the left or the right, and if there is one, we connect that to that function in that direction. Actually, I don't think we have anything on the flipper to indicate that it's been flipped. So first we should add that. Okay, that should be enough, so that only when it's pressed at the start, it counts. Now on the manager, it's gonna be rollovers, and now if there is a left flipper, we connect its flip signal to shift states, and we write the value -1. So they goes to the left, and the same goes to the right. But in the opposite direction. Okay, it's there. Now back to the game. Let's see if we can find the manager. Now here. Actually, we should connect this cord soon. Okay, let's see how this goes. First, I do have to try to hit one of them. There we go. Now if I press the right flipper, perfect, it's working. And the same with the left. But it's still playing the sounds, which I was hoping would not happen. Let me try to hit one more target so that we can... Perfect. But now they are all on. Okay, first it's the audio issue. Try the force the value. Here. Maybe this is in the proper way. Or maybe we move the audio outside of setting the value. That would probably be for the best. So yes, we can put that in a function. We call it here. And the same here. Actually, we don't need this function anymore. We can just set the value right there. And on the manager, okay, there's that, but now there was that issue of the values not getting reset. Now, why was that? Maybe we only do this when the bonus doesn't get activated, just as a safe measure. Because otherwise everything else was working correctly. I see, actually we should disable the capacity to shift. Okay, so let's save that as a boolean. Okay, so it can either it cannot shift, then you return. And if they want the bonus, we say to false for a short time. We wait a second, we reset the values, and then we can be able to shift them again. Just so there's no issues with the whole manager. Okay, let's give it another try. Interesting. So because oh wait, now I see what was the problem. Maybe I should draw it. So the idea is that when we shift the values, if there's, let's say there's 3 components, 2 active and 1 not. The moment we shift one of these, first we remove them from the array. Now the problem is that at this point, all of the components are what was the word? Are considered active, and because of that, the bonus will activate, which should not happen. At least I think that's the issue we are having here. So yes, I have to rework how this is all made. Okay, maybe instead of checking the rollover array, you should check the states instead. Because otherwise, every time we set a new state, it will call this function that will check, and there will be a case where it will consider all of them active when they're actually not. So for that, yeah, it's probably for the best to change this. So we have it like this. Now, if all of these states are true, no, we actually, what if we activate one of the rollovers at the same time that we are shifting them? That will maybe cause some issues, but it will be a really rare case. Well, I guess we have to hope that it's so rare that nobody will catch that. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, we check the array, It cannot shift. Okay, let's see if that's enough. But okay, it gets activity bonus all the time. So I still have to be able to reset that. I should probably add something to disable the area. I detect the ball. Okay, so if it wins, then we disable the area. Actually, we could defer to enable or disable the area. Okay, if it wins, place the animation, okay. This is why it's changing the model of the whole components when it should be only the sprites. Okay, so let's see if we can copy the keys here. No, it won't let us. Too bad. So I guess we have to do this manually, because we cannot also change the component here. Alright, should be the sprites. Okay, and now we can copy the keys. Okay, let's keep this so much. Actually, I wonder if I can block the kickback. Because having to wait a couple of seconds every time there is a bit annoying. And it didn't work. Great. Maybe I should test this with another group. Okay, well, let's make a new one to test. Okay, let's add a new manager and let's add, let's say, 3 rollovers. Okay, the first one will go here. Second one, hopefully the same height. Oh, wait, this one is the third one. Okay, and this third one, actually let's just use two. Now let's go back to the game and add the flippers. Okay, hopefully this will be faster to test. Ah, interesting, it didn't reset the values of the arrays. So what else needs to be changed? Not here. So here we set the is active. And it gets activated. Alright, we never reset the values. So I guess it should be here. Yep, and that seems to have done the trick. Except over there, it didn't check all of the changes. Man, I can't believe just a simple feature change complicated the web component so much. Could it be this? Because we see that it's active and then it calls the function again. So maybe it should be the other way around. Right, also what else I wanted to change? Right here. When it gets reset, if it did at all. Whatever. Okay, the one on the bottom seems to work, so that's good. Oh, hey, Greenberg, what's up? Nice to see you here. I'm struggling a little bit because I'm trying to make sure that this group of buttons here at the top are working correctly. But it's giving me a bit of an issue so far because originally when you press the flip press they will shift the values around. But since I try implementing that, now it's getting a bit tricky to make it work. Funny. That joke was so bad that it made me forget what I was about to do. Thank you. Well, yeah, it's true, but still, should you say that? We just saw the drawing in all of its steps. Ah, here it is. So this update should always happen. We get the index and we change the value. Okay, at least I think that's what they is supposed to be. Just woke up. Wow, these lights. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Why don't tell me you pull an all-nighter or something? Because I'm kind of guilty of that too. I went to bed like maybe 6 AM. So yeah, I also woke up kinda late. But not too late that I will be too ready to stream today. So luckily there's that. Yeah, I'm having an issue too with the sleep schedules. Lately I've been getting like half an hour or an hour late every month. And because of that, nowadays I go to bed at like maybe 4 or 5, just when the sun is coming out, which when you have a day job, it's not ideal. So yeah, it's been messing me up very badly. But who knows? I took this week off work, so maybe we can work on fixing that. But on the other hand, you cannot really change a sleep schedule in just 1 week. It's not realistic, to be honest. Sledgehammer. Yeah, there's that technique of shifting the sleep so much that you end up overflowing back to the default value. I did try that a couple of times, but it never sticks in the long run, unfortunately. On the other hand, pulling an all-nighter builds up some sleep that can help for the next night. Now we might be here a bit for a while because I want to make sure that that group at the top it's working correctly. But I keep failing, unfortunately. I think I made the game too well in that regard. Now I could move the buttons so that they are in a better place to test them, but I'm too stubborn. I want to make sure that they work in the place I set them. Actually, that was weird. I don't know if that was just me, but when one of the buttons turned off and I shift them, went back to being on. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I need to see that again. That is if I stop losing lives. Man, I'm bad at this game now. It's crazy. Ah, there we go. The arrays didn't get reset. That might be the issue. Okay, let's try that again. Actually, I wanna see if the remover resets the buttons here at the bottom correctly. So I just did this on purpose. Okay, now this is reset. So if I press this, okay, perfect. Now let's try the group at the top again. Here we have one. Almost. If I can get that... Ah, never mind. I lost again. Man, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that it doesn't need to get a bit addicted to try to make sure the components are working. I keep pressing reset again and again. I guess from a player's point of view that will be a good thing because it means people will want to keep trying it. Okay, I think we almost got it. Okay. Not sure if it's turned off. Okay, perfect. That's working now. Okay, so we have the value shifting function working correctly now. So let's go back to the list, but not this. Now we can mark this one as done. Now the thing is that took us almost an hour and a half. And I would really like to focus on the RPG components today, so maybe we'll leave the rest of the basic features for other streams. And let's focus the rest of the stream today on the RPG components. And actually now will be a good time to take a small break. So when we come back, we can focus completely on all of the other parts of the table. Okay, but first let me change this. Okay, and I will see you in a bit. We are back. So we managed to make some new features for the base board, which means now we can focus on the RPG components. So I was thinking before adding any new flair or visuals, we should have the base flow working, which should be, let's see if it works. No. So if I remember correctly, it should have 2 or 3 states, the whole flow. First will be the, let's say, idle state, where the player can hit the ball anywhere, the bumpers, all of that, and all we do is score points, nothing special. But then when you enter the ball on the kickball lane, that triggers the battle state. Which is when you spawn an enemy on the screen and use the bumpers and only components to affect that battle. And once you defeat it and get the bonus points, you go back to the idle state. So I guess those two will be the main states of the board. And if I remember correctly, last time we managed to make it so that the board will enter the battle state, but we never make it so that it will end. So putting aside all visual feeds and all of that, we should focus on being able to defeat the enemy and exit the state. At least just that will be good enough, I will say. Okay, so let's remove this. Actually, I should make a copy of this one, since it's a new version. Oh, hey, Momo. Almost. That's not quite my name, actually. You almost had it. Nope, sorry. What was I missing here? Right, the screen. Two, 3, 5. Okay, maybe here. Okay, first things first, let's see if this works. So far so good. I managed to add a new feature to I know we went past the design phase. We have an actual functional board working. Actually, I uploaded the basic version for people to try it out. But actually, let me look up the link so people can try to. These are the kind of things that I always forget to automate so that I can put it on chat quickly. Now here it is. That's the basic version that anyone can play and test. And thanks to that, I got some feedback on something to improve, which is actually what we worked on earlier. So now that we have that change, I was going to focus on other things on the board. Okay, you are gone. And you stay here. Okay, now let's see if this works. Nope. It's okay, the link will always be available. Sure, I can send you the link to you later. Right, I forgot. Okay, now this should work. Now if I can manage to send it to this component here, it should spawn an enemy. And there it is. But it never resets. Right. Okay, so we should get rid of this function here. Yeah. Okay, so we can spawn the enemy, but now what else do we do? You can display the damage. No, that's the center. This should be the issue. Okay, so the screen shouldn't have any logic about handling the state of the battle. That should be the board's job. Or maybe it should be the top of the screen. Because ideally, let's see if I can. Let's throw up here. So the idea is that during the battle, when you have the enemy here, the idea is that when you hit the bumpers, they will deal an amount of damage to the enemy. But it will reach a point when it gets to 0, the enemy will defeat it. When that happens, I would like to make it so that the game gets paused. Which will mean that the ball, the board, the bumpers, all of the components cannot be used. During that time, the screen will display an effect for defeating the enemy. Maybe like fading or something. And when that happens, the score will increase with the bonus amounts. Once all of that finishes, the board will play again. So that should be the basic flow of the battle state. Now, so far we have these first two parts. The board can check when bumper gets hit, which translates to dealing damage to an enemy. Actually, not even that, it just displays the amount. That should be here. Let's set the variable. First we change the value, then we update the RPG screen. So I was thinking maybe we could have an HP bar on the top. will be something very basic like this. Naturally, let's give it some basic style. Now, to be honest, I shouldn't take this much time with this because this will probably not be the final look of this bar, but it's good practice. Okay, that should be enough. And let's have the label in the center. Actually, I saved font explicitly for this. Let's see if I can find it. Right, should be this one. Okay, hopefully that will be good enough. Hello, Flusho. How's your Monday going? Let's see if we can give it an outline. Just copy this value. Okay, so now when we set up the enemy, I guess we'll need all of these components. Okay, first things first, HP bar, the only needs visible when we have an enemy. Then we have the current enemy, we set up the progress bar and the label. So last value will be the current enemy's HP. And the same thing for the label. Now the next part will be tricky. Maybe with another function. Hopefully that will be enough. So now we go to the board itself. Mount, and we pass also the life. And now we rename this to the damage amount. Okay, first display damage. No, wait, for maybe a second. Okay, that should be enough to have a display how much life the enemy has left. Interesting, went all the way back to 1. Maybe because I didn't pass the value. Alright, maybe it was that. Wait, what happens if you game over? Does it reset? Yeah. So now we enter the area again. Yeah, okay. Okay, so far we have these 2 steps working as I should. Now we need to get to the point where we can reach 0 life for the enemy. So to do that, we go to the board and so we have enemy. We deal the damage. And then ensure if it's defeated. If it's defeated, we pause the board. And we will be able to get this game. Alright, give me 1 second. Because currently there's a basic version of a pinball table that you can test and give feedback. Now this version doesn't have the RPG component, it's just a basic pinball table. But once I have this completed and ready, I will upload it on that website. That's my itch.io page. That's where I usually upload my games. Now I have the basic version that has all the basic components working. That one is mostly for testing purposes, so people can try it out, give me feedback on what they like to see implemented or fixed. So if you wanna try it out and tell me what you would like to see added to a table, please let me know. Now as for this, okay, so once it's defeated, it pauses the board, and it's bonus points. Actually, this should be the value of the enemy. No, thank you. There's no rush. So whenever you have some time, try it out. Okay, one other thing we need to add here is okay, so now here we can tell how many bonus points will this enemy give. So let's give it 1000. Now, of course, it will be affected by any multiplayer that the game currently has, which we still need to add later. Okay, points. Actually, we should split it in more steps. We pause the board. Play the 50 animation. Pause. Remove the enemy. Okay, this should be the basic flow of the game. So I guess we have to start here. So the enemy life is 0. Now, how do we pause the board? We just use the pause status of the whole game, I guess. Paused to true. Okay, first let's try out if this works correctly. Let's keep it a small amount of life. Damn it. It had to happen in the last life. Well, at least now I got it on the first try. Okay, good, so that worked. The whole game we pause. Now we need to remove to make sure that the screen itself will not pause. So let's see the screen. Now where do we change this? Process mode. I should be always. Yeah, I'm gonna make this change here in case we add a post functionality later on. So now with this, we do the whole thing again. It will display the damage completely. Damn, which is so hard to hit that area. There we go. There's a problem. That area will not get completely locked. Oh, I ran out of music too quickly. Okay, let's give it another try. That's something I really need to fix later. Wait a minute, I better fix that now. And keep a lane here. Okay, so I wait a bit and then I lock the lane. Maybe I can make it its own variable. Proceed to active here. Maybe here, it's locked. We'll say to 3. Maybe this small change here, so that when you activate the plunge, yeah, probably this. Actually, maybe this should go here. Oh, hopefully all of that will work. Because now that yes, that's when we enter the first time and we spawn an enemy, once the ball gets ejected, the entry will be locked. Almost. Where did it go wrong? It's probably this. Yeah, at least now it seems to be locked. No, actually, it didn't change. What did I break this time? Could it be because I was on enabling the collision to keep the ball in check? Okay, hopefully it's that. Okay, maybe we do need this here. Okay, one more try. Hopefully this will be the one. Okay, now we know that the area is locked and it displays the damage value. Okay, which means it's paused, okay. Oh, here, what do we do? Um, As we can call a function here to do the whole animation and then device a signal when it's done, so we can unpause the game. So we can say this. And might as well add this here. Right, we have no score reference. In that case, let's borrow that. And put an enemy with bonus points. Was it final value or current value? Okay, final value, okay. Current enemy, it's no, and then we unpause. Actually, we should also make sure that the score screen doesn't get paused. Same here. Okay, now we go back to the screen and we create that function. So first things first, we should create the HP bar. And then Actually, let me pull up the shader from the other day. Okay, and here we create the resource. Okay, very loose. Okay, now let's test it out. Seems to work okay, but the resolution it's not good enough. It's probably because of the scaling. That makes it smaller. Okay, that should look good enough. Okay, in that case, let's save a reference to that here. Okay, set the texture and we set the shader parameter. And this, if I can remember how to change this. Actually, I think I made it in other components. Alright, it should be this. And what's the max value? 157. Now, should we make the video animation with an animation player or with a twin? let's use animation player for now. Because we will probably need these two, animation player 2 for spawning the enemy. Okay, so we set the value there. And we fed it all the way to 0. And we need a reference to the animation player 2. Okay. Okay, and we wait until we finish the animation. So yeah, I think this should be all for a basic animation. Now go back to the screen. No wait, I mean the board. So maybe we should swap these two around. And wait until it completes the function. Okay, wait. It removes the instance of the enemy and the ball resets. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm going through the final step of the whole flow of the battle. I was making a basic animation for when you defeat the enemy and you gain the bonus points. So the idea is that this function gets called whenever you hit the bumper. It will deal damage to the enemy, it will display with the pop-up how much damage you dealt, and then if the enemy has no life left, it will pause the whole war so the ball doesn't roll. Then they will give you bonus points and display an animation for the enemy getting defeated. Once all of that is done, it removes the reference to that enemy and the ball and the board continues. So you get to continue playing. Okay, I think we have all the parts to make it work. So now if the ball enters that area over there, it should spawn the enemy. But first I have to get the ball in. Which is funny because it always happens whenever I don't need to do that. Okay, that's the enemy we spawned it. Now we need to reduce the life to 0. Oh, I think that worked. I just forgot to add a reference to the scoreboard. Yeah, later on I will need to add some graphic asset here to indicate that you have to put the ball here to enter the battle. But I think it's working. I just need to unlock the gate here so the player can enter and we should have a battle system. Yeah, it's gonna be a reference or parody to classic JRPGs like Dragon Quest or such. Later on I will add an actual character here that will move move around here, so when you spawn the enemy, it will move to the side and spawn the enemy on the right side, and it will be like they are battling. Later on I will add, because of that, when you hit the bumper, the player sprite will actually play an attack animation, so it's more interactive. So it will not be only the enemy sprite, there will be more components working there. But for now it's just the basic animation for damage, to make sure that it's working. Yeah, kind of. The thing is, I'm not sure we have enough space on the board for 2 screens. But that's pretty much the idea. You take advantage that it's a video game and not as much visual. What will be the word? I was trying to think of how to call it. I guess visual feedback would be the right way to say it. That's my intention with adding this RPG screen on the middle of the board. Okay, but now I need to unlock the gates. Okay, we have that, and let's have a recognition. Yeah, it's actually helpful to have more people seeing what I do and give some immediate feedback. Oh, actually, you have a chance to try the basic table I uploaded the other day. Let me pull up the link, because the version uploaded there, it's without the RPG components, it's just the basics. So it has the targets, the bumpers, all of that without a theming. It's just to place test and make sure that the components work correctly. So if you want to give it a try later and let me know how it feels, please let me know. I made it almost enter. Come on, enter, there we go. And it just gave us the points. Maybe I would like it to make it so that it will wait a bit longer before it returns it unposits the board. Now if I can enter the battle again, yeah, but it's not showing the sprites. Why is that? I'm going through all of these songs really quickly. Right, what I was going to check. Right, the sprites. Where was I going to check? Right, the screen. Because it wouldn't load the image for some reason. Alright, this shouldn't be the value. That was my mistake. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, sure, I can add those inputs too. Actually, I should write that down, but I forget. C X is prepare inputs. Okay, I will change that later after the stream. I see, I was unaware of that. Okay, I misnamed the variable there, so now it should work well. So let's give it one more try. It spawns the enemy. It's defeated. And there's all back. So now if we enter again, first I need to get back there. Damn it. How come whenever I need to enter that gate, I'm never lucky enough, but any other time, I'm just able to do that effortlessly? Okay, there it is. We hit a couple of times. And now we have to enter there again. If I don't fumble it. Damn it. Icon levels. What we have is a sort of progression system. When you start the game, you will go through a series of different enemies, one more difficult than the other. So when you defeat this lane, for example, the next time you enter the gate, a different enemy will appear. And some of them will be actually we have a time limit. You have to deal enough damage before the timer runs out. Otherwise they escape and you don't get the bonus points. And you have to fight it again. So that will be the basic progression system. Aside from that, the other components will actually aid you in some way with your main goal of defeating enemies. For example, the buttons here, once you light all of them up, you will gain a temporal buff that will help you deal critical damage to the enemy. So you can hit it faster. Then here the spinner, when you're in the middle of battle, the more you spin it, the more it will charge a bar. Once that's full, it will do something. I don't know yet. Maybe activate some special skill or spell. We have to decide that yet. And what else? I was thinking these targets here. I will add maybe one more here or two more here. And once you hit these ones at the bottom in particular, you will increase the overall multiplier for damage and points. So that will help both in and outside battle. And as I said before, the bumpers will actually help you deal damage. And I think that's all I had in mind for the components. As for other things like Quasar and others, maybe once you're outside of battle, you can do other things with the components, or maybe I could expand the table so it's wider, so I can add more things to do. I will see that later, but for now that should be the basics of how the theming will work with this table. Which now that I said it all out loud, it's quite a lot. Damn it, immediately lost. Okay, let's try one more time. We have the battle now, we defeated. And hopefully we enter that gates again. So if we do, we can confirm that we can enter as many battles as we can. Okay, good, that works. So now if we defeat it again. Okay, great. So we have the basic flow of the gameplay working. I was thinking we could reduce the time it waits here. So as I put it 25. And actually I could add a new enemy. I got some assets saved for that. Let's see, let's use this one. So now I create a new enemy resource. Maybe let's give it 15. And but we have 30. Okay, now go to the board. It should be the bats. Now this variable is the one that will tell us which enemy are we going to fight next. So when we call reset the reset board, we start with the index of 0. And now when we want to spawn the enemy, we look up that index. And one last thing, once the enemy gets defeated, we increase that index. Now, obviously, doing it like this, it's not so good because it can overflow the array. Not sure, I was thinking of it later, but might as well do it now. Yeah, okay, that's better. Okay, so we have that. Yeah. Oh, actually, we managed to do that in 3 hours. Good. I guess I can make one last thing, and then we can call it for today. Since I'm in my week of work, I guess I can try streaming again during the week. So maybe tomorrow or on Wednesday, we'll continue on this instead of the usual Sundays. Okay, but first I have to add that little thing, which will be an animation for spawning the enemy. So for that, let's see the position here. Here it is. Hopefully this will do a trick. So now I put it here. Like that. Good. And we do the same thing that we defeating the enemy. We call the animation and wait until it's finished. So once we're here on the board, and we want to set the enemy here. Okay, with this small change, once we enter the gates, the enemy should show up from the right and waits until the animation completes, and then it spits out the bolt for us. Well, the good news is that it did show up. The bad news is that it didn't clip like I was hoping. So now let's see if it spawns the new enemy. Okay, yes, so try it again. There's a feature pumpkin. Good to hear. I will upload a new version of that later tonight with some feedback that I got last time that it will let you shift the values of the buttons here with the flippers. I will add a functionality to that basic board later and see if it works for everyone else. But it's good to hear that the board overall is working as intended. If only I could not. Since I lost the game, naturally it should spawn the slime again. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I got pretty much the whole the flow of the battle system working. I'm just trying to make sure that it works completely. There you go, it spawns the enemy. Now we have to defeat it. There we go, if it's out. Now we need to enter the gate again and it should spawn the next enemy. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we can spawn more than one enemy. Okay, great, so we have that working, except that the sprite is not clipping as I was hoping. That's actually a huge concern. Because, let's see, where is it? Because this shouldn't happen, it should be clipped outside. That's a huge problem. Maybe with the sprites? No, it's still not. This is something I have to look up on my own then after the stream. But yeah, we have the whole basic flow of the battle system working, which is far more than I was expecting to be able to do today. So that means now we can work on the... No, thank you. Actually, let me look up the artist for this. Because you want to follow them. Because I've been following this guy for years and it's an amazing artist. He can make all kind of assets for enemies for RPGs. But yeah, for now, as placeholder, I will be using those sprites. So now I guess what comes next, it's implementing the rest of the components to work with the RPG mechanic. But for now we can say that we have a more interactive board. Actually, let's try it. I want to see how it looks on the 3D table. Pretty good. Okay. Well, I guess we can call it that for today. Thank you. I was trying different ways to simulate the 3D effect that didn't involve making the actual board 3D. So pretty much it's just the 2D scene but tilted a bit with the camera static. But yeah, so we did a good job today. So before we go and do our own things, let me see if I can look up somebody to raid. Let's see who's online. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. Should I raise someone that much bigger? But then again, there's nobody else. Yeah, but no, I have enough of backseating other people. The other day I had a headache trying to help someone. So maybe I'll take it easy for tonight. Actually, let's just leave everyone on go whatever you feel like. But first I will say thank you everyone who stopped by to watch, comment, lurk, all of that. Oh, thank you, Esther. As for next stream, let's say on Wednesday. Since I have the week of work, I can schedule more streams this week. So Wednesday around the same time today, we'll continue working on the Pinball table. So yeah, until Wednesday then, see you.